Welcome back to the studio. My name is Yvonne Chinoe and it is Friday's episode of AM Chat. And yes, I promise to bring you all the fun and excitement. And I hope so far you've been entertained. Yes, we saw a video by the Guru. And now I'm beginning to understand clearly why he's called the Guru. Koffi is with me in the studio and I'm going to get all the juice answers from him before he leaves. Koffi, I'm so excited to see you.
Compliments of the season.
Hi, so good to see you.
I wish I could just dive over.
Oh really? Your wife? I know your wife.
In the season, greetings can spread across it. I can plant a kiss in the season.
Oh, where are you planting the kiss? Don't get me in trouble. Koffi's wife, he's a comedian. He's just joking, no.
No wahala. Problem.
Okay. Okay, there's no problem. That's French, right?
Oui.
Okay, merci. Now, I just saw your video. To be honest, I just told you behind the camera that this is my first time. The irony of my work is because you're always on the go, you hardly ever see stuff. I just saw and I'm thinking, amazing. Now I'm beginning to see clearly why you call the Guru. Can you tell us what went in making this video?
Well, basically, it's in the process of the album collaborations. It's my new album, and it's the biggest I've ever done. I have 34 tracks on it. Yeah, and I have almost every entertainer in Nigeria. So, just Bobby and I, we have this passion for rap, but people hardly know. So we decided to sneak one on people. Right. So we had done the original, but we felt okay in making it a bit more juicy. Right. Let's bring another person who has a story to tell, because the song says before. Stories about where we're coming from, and then we're trying to make trap music a bit more sensible, not just throw junk on it. Because when I see people condemn this young generation and their music, I feel the same people condemning them should direct them. You can show them that it's possible to sing these your modern songs with some very useful elements. So we started to do it on that kind of rap. We're old school guys, but then we just had to show that it's possible to still do very clean quality music. And then we just quickly said, let's knock off a video. So we're making another video. I said, guys, come, let's just do this. And on the shoot day, South Sultan had even forgotten. Ironically, he was just around Maryland where we're shooting. Sultan, where are you? We're waiting for it. Now today be the video shoot. I said, yeah. He said, where? I said, I did GRA. So we're just having fun. If you look at that video very well, we're just having fun. Basically it's just a fun song talking about how we should value where we're coming from and where God has taken us to this point. So before and right now, but then not being braggadocious really. It's just one of the very great songs from the album. That video has been out since about I think August. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so it's apparent that when you are in our industry, you have to be a multitasker. I know you to be the Guru. You're super intelligent. Sound advices, he will point you in the right direction, and he will kick your butt and make you sit still if he has to. I know that about you. And then I also know,
I hope I've not gotten any music.
No, I do know that about you. I was at your 40th birthday party and I saw, how do you work a lot. That's why you're called Workerman. How do you combine that? I was at your birthday party, I interviewed you, so I know, right? And I had this conversation with you before. So tell me, how do you combine that and make time for your family? Because even people that are not in our industry, they always say that I don't have time. As long as I put the money for my family, they have money, I'm on the go, I'm traveling, I'm busy. But you still find your balance. You still have time for your wife and your kids, plus all your various projects. How do you do that?
It's basically a scale of preference. You need to know your priorities at every point in time. At some point in my life, my priority was this. At another point it was this. At this point it was this. So for me, I know every gradient curve and I know every part I need to play at every particular time. Take for instance this album, Collaborations. I have been cooking it, but I didn't plan to have an album launch. I wanted to have a show at the end of the year and have every entertainer on the album come out with me and do something very wonderful. But then God said, no, this is the direction. It's going to distract a lot of other things. So once I get that vision, I just follow it through. So it doesn't distract me from the other things. I've spent a lot more time this year with family. You know, I had to stay grounded for the kids to know that this is daddy, not just Koffi the entertainer. This is daddy, and that makes, you know, for me it is God, family, work. You know, it's not the other way around. It's not work. I do the best I can do in my line of duty, smartly. You know, as we sit here now, I have ideas. I just put it down. When it's time and I have the time, I'll cook it all together. So I can either write into music, I can write into comedy, I can write into drama. So it's effortless for me now because of experience and, you know, time. It matures you with anything you do. This is my 13th album. So if I'm at the 13th album and I'm still struggling to make music, it means I'm not. For me now, it's effortless. In fact, the next 3 albums are ready.
Koffi the Guru.
I can tell you, some of this Papi Patron, and the other one I can't mention the title.
Are you ever going to do a French album? Because you're always.
That's Papi Patron.
That's
the final album. Papi
final.
Patron, yeah.
Okay.
In fact, the first single of Papi Patron had been recorded since 2013.
Amazing.
So sometimes some of these things you see me do, I record and keep them, then release them. Most of the songs on this album, people hear they're sounding fresh. You don't know that I had recorded them. This is fresh. Oh boy, I dare your future. Songs where you never hear that, I don't record that. I dare your future.
Okay, Koffi. Now we saw the comedy industry do so well in 2017.
Yes.
And we are just 2 days before the end of 2017. What do you have to say? Because we had a lot of new people come on board.
Yes.
And the jokes were sensational. What do you have, like, just, you know,
yeah, it shows that the industry is becoming vibrant and doing very well. This year alone, I think about 5 guys, you know, stepped up the game. You know, they just took it to the next level. And Apollo remained consistent with his own show, Apollo versus Apollo. Kenny Black did.
Oxymoron,
you know, then Funny Bone as well came untamed. AY as usual, basketball, Koffi as usual.
Yeah.
So who else again? Then some of the other young boys also held it down in different locations across town. Destalker also held it down at Busan. Senator did his own at Busan. Shakara, you know. So it showed that there was a major, you know, upheaval of, you know, the humor world to the next level. And for me, it shows that next year, as long as we're not competing,
I think a bit of healthy competition is good.
Yeah.
As long as it's not bitter rivalry.
There is no such thing in the humor world. People have said things about cabal, scams.
Is it true?
It's natural that your closest friends are the ones you would always work with. Okay, Bobby and Basketball are closer than I and Basketball are. So if you see Bobby and Basketball rolling together more than Basketball rolls, it's because they are friends first. Okay.
Before work.
Colleagues, so if you see AY and one particular person rolling more often, that's because they are friends first, and it's your closest person ally that, you know. Yeah. So people should not misconstrue and, you know, mix things up and feel there's a cabal on one side, there's a clique on this other side. Yes, there's a clique, but they are friends.
Thank you for your honesty, because a lot of people have issue with
that. They are friends, so look at it as friendship first. You know, Funny Bone and Senator, okay, are friends first. So everything they do in that direction can only become business-like. It doesn't mean I'm not working with Senator. I'm working with AY on something you don't know. Me and MCRB, we've hooked up something you see. Basketball and I, on the download, there are things we're doing. Up until you saw this with me and Bobby, you wouldn't have known that Koffi and I are very close.
Right.
Okay, so all of these, you know, the same way they were trying to drag Davido and Wizkid to the bottom pit of it, and at the end of the year, the boys shaped all of them.
Right.
They were never apart. They didn't come together. They were never apart. They were just playing games with each other. See them. I'll call you Frog Voice now. Be watching what they will do. Me, I won't reply you, because if I reply, your fans, they will beat me physically. And then take me now, put me out, shut up, they are not among of it. So
that's
so
the
for our own world, there's no fight. We're just doing this thing to make Nigerians happy. We are the sucker of the nation. We are the ones who take you out of all this stress. So allow us do our work. Okay? Come to the show, support us, show love to any young entertainer around you. any small person trying to do something in your neighborhood, support them.
Right.
You know, use your platforms to rise the entertainment world, because a lot of young unemployed people now are finding their way into entertainment, and we're the solution to the unemployment rate in Nigeria. So just keep pushing and helping every young entertainer you see. That's the solution.
Well said, beautifully said. I always say that, Koffi, you are a book that people need to read, and you also have a book.
I have a book.
Yes, I remember that. You know, I remember when I said that, I was like, okay, I even have a copy of your book, right? Yeah. So with that, we're going to go on a quick break, and when we come back, Koffi is not going anywhere, so don't change that dial. We'll be right back.
Never, ever going back to being broke, yeah. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Trying to live my life, trying to live my life. Before they don't recognize. I say before they don't realize. Now they follow me up.
Back when I was younger, on colored roads in Ogba, so broke, so ugly, cause my only pain was hunger. Had nothing to patch with, never bothered by your luck. But the devil was my friend, cause the future was getting darker. I told them I was funny, but they hid their laughter. They raped me financially, so I knelt down at the altar. 10 years down the line, my wife is now with mother. 10 years back in time, I begged to date their daughter. Now I'm smiling to the bank and making babies across borders. My frenemies are wondering how I put the plans asunder. Before, bad belly was only in city people. Now you pick your phone and you can't break the evil. Zombies on the rap, they cussing from the cubicle. The man on fire, so that shows cause I'm impossible.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Trying to live my life, trying to live my life. Before they don't recognize. I say before they don't realize. Now they follow me up and down. Trying to live my life, trying to live my life. Before they don't recognize. I say before they don't realize. Now I they follow me up and down. Before, make I say before. Why before? And all my haters don't know what they hate me for. Maybe because I grab the mic and make it bloody like lady stuff. Maybe to rock the world is what my parents made this baby for. When I not be issue, people use and throw away me like tissue. Now I not be issue. Now I got fans from here to Mogadishu. And I got cousins buzzing, cousins, more than a dozen cousins. But when their cousin wasn't buzzing, dozen cousins never I can relate to that. Every night queens come check and mates to that. I spray money, no music, still she shakes to that. Before, when we holla them, they fade to black. Well,
back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Trying to live my life, trying to live my life. Before they don't recognize. I say before they don't realize. Now they follow me up and
oh, who was my roommate? Gary know the dead plates. Always got to school late, never had a good day. Look at me now, 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 look at me now. Yeah. Sweet fling memories. Genevieve was my girlfriend. Genevieve and Aji. Genevieve, I've been the only Genevieve, but the only Genevieve will be Genevieve. Dated her in high school. She said I wasn't cool. Can never swim in her pool. Now she see me TV, holla, hi fool. Hello, I'm talking to you. Hi fool. Look at me now.
Trying to live my life, trying to live my life. Before they don't recognize. I say before they don't realize. Now they follow me up and down. Trying to live my life, trying to live my life. Before they don't recognize. I say before they don't realize. Now I they